Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I appreciate you guys showing up again so together we can find you a house and we can show out. So this is for the week of 17 October. So let's get right into it. First we have, what will the 2022 housing market bring to us? So I have a list of things here. So first thing should be a buyer friendly market. So I should say a buyer friendlier market. Um, Inventory is on the rise. Buyers should have more options, in the upcoming year, 2022. Prices will remain the same with strong growth in the market. Prices likely won't drop. We'll go back to a more normal process. The process of purchasing a home will become more balanced. You won't have to worry as much about multiple offers and being outbid on a home. So kind of going back to what we're used to. Mortgage rates will increase, not sharply, but steady tick up. The suburbs will remain popular. Excuse me, because people still want to work at home. They're craving a higher quality of life, good schools. So that is going to be attractive options for millennials. All right. So, have you heard of an appraisal gap? So, what is an appraisal gap? So, close your eyes and imagine this. So, you find the home of your dreams that you love. The seller accepts your offer. Yay. So, but what happens when a home appraisal is lower than your offer price? This is called the appraisal gap. So, you have a few options here. So, you have a pitch in a row. So, not a fork, but a pitch. So, I'm guessing three. 1, 2, 3, a pitch in a road. So, first thing you can do is you can pay the difference cash between what it appraised at and what you offered. You can pay that difference in cash. Or, number two, you can negotiate with the seller to lower the price, to negotiate the difference. You can do all, some, or none. So you can meet halfway in the middle. They can lower it all the way to what it appraised for. The worst case scenario is that you walk away from the deal. No harm, no foul. They put the house back on the market. And they have to start over. You have to start over. The buyer and the seller. All right. Next, this might not be popular, but I want you to know what I know. So, what are the dirtiest places in your home? Number one, I never would have guessed this, the coffee maker. Number two, stair railings. I can imagine that one. Remote control, toothbrush, and light switches. So during this whole time, I've adopted a rule of thumb, I guess. I have the sanitary wipes that I take, and I wipe down all the handrails, the light switches, and doorknobs. So all the high touch, high traffic areas, for touching. I do that on all my home visits and home showings, I should say, for my clients, just to make sure. All right. What do we have here next? So I have a post here that says for the second month in a row, month over month, so last month to this month, or they haven't calculated for this month, so it would be from August to September, the price in homes slightly dropped, but year over year, so this time last year they raised 14.9%. So they've dropped month to month from this year, but this year to last year they're still up. Now, my favorite part and what we've probably been waiting for, the first motivation of this week. So, all problems exist in the absence of a good conversation. So you just have to talk it out. Earnest money is coming up here. Where's my earnest money? Earnest money is defined as a deposit made to a seller that represents a buyer's good faith to buy a home. So it's pretty much your skin in the game. How serious are you about purchasing this house? Are you $100 serious or $1,000 serious? So that is your earnest money, your skin in the game. Let the seller know how serious you are about purchasing that house. Next, I have landscaping. I think I made some notes off the way on this one. Okay, so there was a study. Property values fall 30% from poor landscaping. So this study was done in a pool of 1,250 real estate agents, and they asked their opinion of landscaping items that increase the home value. So this was what you would want to concentrate on when making your improvements to sell your house. So 64% said the grass was important, 59% said trees, 52% said flowers, 48% said hedges, 42% said mulch, 39% said fountains. Now, when you go to the hardscaping elements, those same pool of realtors or real estate agents, they said 58% was improvements on the deck, 54% said driveway, 47% said outdoor kitchen, 44% said artificial grass or turf, 42% said gazebo, and 39% said a fireplace. So those are things you concentrate on. Future home prices. Where are future home prices? All right, let me see. I got this. Future home prices. All right, so a couple definitions here real quick. So appreciation is an increase in the value of an asset. Depreciation is the decrease in the value of an asset. Deceleration is when something happens at a slower pace. So currently, we have been in 114 straight months of appreciation. So the experts say that the market may see some slight deceleration, but not depreciation, if that makes sense. So they have a chart here. So estimated home prices through 2022. So in 2021, they were up 11.74% on average. 2022, they'll be at 5.82%. 2023, 3.94. 2024, 3.56. 2025, 3.55. So we're slowly decreasing, or I guess I should say decelerating back to a normal, percentage of appreciation year over year. So check that out. Cross that off. All right. Next post, career choice that could derail your mortgage. So put your career change ambitions on hold. Mortgage companies look at the prior 2 years of employment. It's critical that your job is in the same industry. Otherwise, it raises red flags and causes questions. So jobs with variable compensation, bonuses, overtime, commission pay has to be consistent for 2 years in order to be considered as income. So those are two very important things to consider. Just keep it plain, Manila. Don't change anything. If you're qualified at this amount today, just keep it the same. Mirror image. All right, another motivation. Where is my motivation? Okay. A truly successful workplace is one where giving and asking for help is celebrated. So the giving and asking for help is celebrated. Back-to-back motivation. Excuse me. The most meaningful way to succeed is to help other people succeed. I truly believe in that. That's why I try to share everything that I come across. If you've been to my page, you see that it's like knowledge vomit overload. But I want you guys to know what I know. I mean, you can pick and choose what you want to read, but it's there. Next, Home inspections. Let's see what I say about home inspections. So home inspection, tips for buyers, what to look for in a home inspection. So the HVAC equipment. So make sure you don't hear any loud noises such as clanging, banging, whistling, squeaking, scraping, no cooling air coming from the vents, dirty AC filters, leaking, condensation around the air ducts, strange smells coming from the vents. Check your sewer lines for blockage. Make sure you don't hear any gurgling noises, water backing up, water pooling around the basement drain. Structural problems, uneven floors, cracked molding, saggy ceilings, rotten wood, trouble opening and closing doors, broken foundation blocks. And under the carpet, unwanted strange smells, discolored or stained flooring. And finally, I just put here that home inspection can tell you a lot, but not everything. It'll give you a good indication of how well built the house was or how well it was maintained, but it definitely will not tell you everything. All right, moving right along, we have mortgage rates. What do I have on mortgage rates? Okay, so a guide to mortgage rate interest rates, why they go up and down, and what to do. So why do mortgage rates matter? Mortgage rate lenders don't just loan you money because they're good guys, even though I know some wonderful men and women in the industry. They're in the business to make a profit, just like we all are, you know. So your interest payment is a percentage of your total loan amount, and it's determined, so the mortgage rate can change daily depending on how the U.S. economy is performing. So that's how it fluctuates, and it can be a couple times a day. So how do you lock in your interest rate? A rate lock is a commitment by the lender to give you a home loan at a specific interest rate. So that's what you want to get. And next question I have here is, how do I get the best interest rate? So it's a combination of things: your credit score, your loan amount and down payment, your home location, your loan type, your loan term, and the type of interest rate, fixed or adjustable. I want to say a big thank you to all of my, they're not necessarily my brothers and sisters, but you know, they're uniform brothers and sisters in the medical industry. This whole week was a celebration of Medical Assistance Week. So I thank you all. All right, motivation. Be a voice, not an echo. I think we have another motivation coming up here. Want to know the single greatest way to improve your mindset? Start seeing obstacles for what they are, opportunities to grow. And let's see if I have anything else before we go. I do have one more thing before I close out. So FHA, a mandatory clause. So this is also known, or more commonly known as, the escape clause. The FHA, a mandatory clause known as the escape clause, gives the home buyer the ability to cancel the loan and receive a refund of the earnest money if the appraisal comes in under the sales price at any point in the process. So that's why it's very important that you have a real estate agent that knows the contract in and out, so they can protect you in the event that, you know, you have that appraisal gap, you know, because you don't want to be stuck footing the bill for $25,000, $10,000, whatever it is. If you don't have it, it's too much. So make sure that your real estate agent is knowledgeable in the 1 to 4, you know, family contract. And that is it for this week. Let's see, we got about 30 seconds. So I will say, as I always do, thank you for tuning in. And until next week, take care of yourself and those around you. This is Realtor Rob signing off with another week in review.